Seven Star Brixx coming at you today with 3 sets in 1 review. We're doing today the Blue Brixx Brick Buddies Stargate SG-1 and Stargate Atlantis sets. So we have Jack O'Neill from Stargate SG-1, we have Ronan Dex from Stargate Atlantis, and we have Apophis from Stargate SG-1. It's an interesting first 3 sets for the Brick Buddies. I guess one from each show here and then a bad guy instead of a good guy. I'm not sure how they chose these, but they did. So anyway, we're going to review these 3 in 1 video. 2 things before we get started. Excuse the weird formatting of the video. I'm suffering from an extreme lack of space due to the amount of projects we have going on here right now. So we're kind of having to use the space that we have. And go ahead and give us a like and subscribe if you like the video at the end. Consider becoming a member. We have exclusive member videos and we give members access to the videos before they air to the rest of the public. And there's also some other stuff that you'll find in the wherever the member thingy is. Or you could give us a super like and help the channel out that way. And now, without further ado, Brick Buddies from Blue Brixx. All right, so we've got our cool little packaging with the Stargate SG-1 branding from Blue Brixx Pro in Germany. Jack O'Neill, set 106838, 196 pieces. It's just got the Stargate SG-1 branding and Jack O'Neill on both sides. Same thing on the top. The bottom has the same information as the previous 2 Stargate sets. It's licensed from MGM, manufactured by Xingbao Bricks in China, bluebrixx.com. The back has the dimensions. 6.4 centimeters deep, I guess you would say, and 13 centimeters tall, because it's metric, because these are from Germany. And there we go. There is the completed Jack O'Neill Brick Buddy. Let's take a closer look at the Brick Buddy. He's really cool looking. So, Blue Brixx doesn't do any stickers, so the plaque on the front is printed. We've got the SG-1 patch printed on his right arm, and we've got the Stargate patch printed on the left arm. There is the rear of the figure. There we go. They're pretty simple. It's less than 200 pieces. I've done some 60-second builds of these. I will link them in the video description. They do have some detail for being as small as they are. I like that they put the tactical vest on there. That's pretty cool. I really like, compared to Lego's brickheads, I love that these come on a stand with a little plaque with the name of the character. That's so cool. They should do that for the brickheads. I really like that. That's awesome. It's cool that O'Neill has his pistol on his hip holster there, or his drop leg holster from the show. They've got a little approximation of the P90 PDW on there. That's really cool. So that's really cool. It looks really good. Whoops. Let me just knock him over. As you can see, these are very sturdy and do not come apart when you knock them over. Thankfully. That's the only problem with all of this, like the brick heads and these Brick Buddies, is they're very top heavy because they've got so much weight on top. So it's very easy to knock them over, which I have done several times. I've knocked one off a table. That was a problem. I really like that they did his hat and his gray hair from, like the 2nd or 3rd season on. Very, very cool. Looks very cool. All right, with Ronan Dex, he is from Stargate Atlantis, so we've got the Stargate Atlantis branding on there. Blue Brixx Pro. Ronan Dex. Set 106839, 295 pieces. So he's about 100 pieces more than O'Neill. Same thing on the sides. You've got the Atlantis gate and the Atlantis branding. Same thing on the top. Bottom, you've got your information. And on the back, we have the set stats. 6.7 centimeters deep, 13.4 centimeters tall. So he's 0.4 centimeters taller than O'Neill. So he's 0.4 centimeters taller than O'Neill. And there is Ronan Dex. Again, no stickers. Blue Brixx doesn't do them. We've got the printed plaque on the front here with Stargate Atlantis and Ronan Dex. There is the one side, the back, the other side. So Ronan also has, on the front here, his medallion printed on his undershirt piece there. He's also got a Cetidin tattoo that he gets in one of the episodes, and the tattoo on his neck there. That's some pretty cool detailing for a, sub 400 piece set. Well, sub 300 really. So he's really cool. Again, I love the stands on here. I like the detail they did on his vest over the shirt. That's really cool. He's got his little gun that he had. He's got his sword on his back. I thought that was a really cool detail. I like that they did the Cetidin tattoo on his arm there too. That's really cool. So Ronan is about 100 pieces more than O'Neill, and he only tops out slightly taller than O'Neill because of his hair, and that's the reason for the extra pieces. There's a lot of extra pieces going into making his dreads on this figure, and that's probably where all of the extra pieces come into play there. But again, a super, super cool figure. I'm going to love putting these on my shelf. And last, and certainly least, is Stargate SG-1 Blue Brixx Pro Apophis. 238 pieces, set 106840. Again, Stargate SG-1 branding on the sides and the top and on the bottom. And then we've got the measurements on the back. This one is 13.3 centimeters tall, 6.3 centimeters deep. Apophis. There we go, there's Apophis. So again, the Stargate SG-1 branding and Apophis on his little plaque there. That's pretty cool. Let me point out before we go any further, you'll notice this cone on the top is a different color. Ronan decided to take a face dive off of my table while I was building Apophis. Now, Ronan hit the floor, and the only thing that happened was his sword popped off the back. And some of the bricks on his vest got a little loose, and I had to push them back down, and that was pretty much it. So now, of course, he wants to rock off his legs. There we go. So these are actually pretty durable because he fell about 4 feet off my table to the floor, and the only thing that happened was the sword fell off the back. O'Neill's toppled over a couple times. He fell off the top of his box onto the table like 6 inches. No problems. Just made sure everything was tight. Unfortunately, when Ronan fell off the table, I made a grab for him and knocked the tray containing all of Apophis's remaining parts all over my Lego room. And I found all of them except for the dark steel shiny gray cone for the end of this. So it's somewhere in here. I just don't know where it is. The fairies have grabbed it and have not given it back yet. So that is a different color. I just found a dark gray one and stuck it on there for now so I could do the review. I apologize, but I just cannot find that piece. It's driving me insane. Anyway, here we have Apophis with his staff weapon. I'm not sure that's appropriate. I'm not sure how often he used a staff weapon. I think Apophis more often used his hand device, but we gave him a staff weapon. It's pretty cool. We've got a little trans clear purple piece on there. That's pretty neat. We've got it so his arm can be positioned with that staff weapon. This Apophis has a lot of printing. So this is printed. These side pieces are printed. These necklace pieces actually come on a black brick to keep them in order. So you can put them on there. Those are printed. And on the back, you've got the same printed pieces there. So there's a lot of printing on this guy. And I really like on Apophis, even though he is my least favorite character because he's the bad guy in the show, and I'm not really huge into liking bad guys. This gold, I'm not sure if it comes out on the video here, but it's a metallic sheen to it. It's really cool looking. It's really cool to have the whole figure covered in that gold armor from the show and his head cap. That is so cool. Each one of these sets is €13.95 euros, about $15 or $15.50 US right now. Obviously, it depends on the exchange rate that day, but close to $15 a piece. So even though they have different piece counts, they all cost the same. That's actually kind of cool because sometimes you're going to have one that's a little bit lower in piece count, like O'Neill is certainly the lowest in piece count, but it's not saying it's not a cool set. And he's kind of the same size as the other ones. Ronan's a little higher in piece count because he's got all the hair pieces, and then Apophis is kind of in between the two because of the staff, I think. But they all have different amount of printed pieces, but they just kept the price kind of the same. So you can buy them all without, you know, one of them costing $30 and one of them costing $10 and whatever. So that's nice. I actually kind of like that. I don't like when you're buying brick heads from Lego and they're different prices for seemingly no reason. Maybe because of the license attached, maybe because it's more pieces, maybe because it's going to be more popular, so Lego just jerked up the price. I don't know how they figure it out, but it annoys me. So these being all the same price is kind of cool in my book. Keep in mind, even though these are $15 a piece, shipping to the US from Germany through Blue Brixx is 35 euros, or I think it's about $38 right now for the exchange rate. So you're talking almost $40 in shipping. Probably don't want to buy just the Brick Buddies and have them shipped to the US. That's a lot of shipping for 3 small sets. What I do is combine them. I got on this order, I also got the chevron for the Milky Way galaxy and the Asgard ship. If all of the ships had been available, I would have put them all on one order, but they weren't. So now I have 3 other ships coming and another $40 in shipping, but whatever, it's all for you guys, so it's cool. We'll start a business and write it off. That's how it'll work. But yeah, these are great sets. I love these. I love the attention to detail. I love the printed pieces on here instead of stickers. That is one of my favorite things about the Blue Brixx sets. Everything is printed, no stickers. God bless you for that, because I hate stickers and they don't last. They tend to start peeling or fade, or they just don't look good, or you can't get them on straight, and you look at it a year later and you're like, God, why? So thank you, Blue Brixx, for not having stickers on these. I love that. I like the attention to detail. Some people don't like these, the little deformed guys. I would rather have something like this than a pop figure. I've never liked those pop figures. They just strike me as goofy. In the beginning, it was all the same figure, just painted different ways. Now they've started using different molds, but they're just, it's not for me. But I like putting these little guys together. It's kind of fun. I really like the gold on Apophis and all the printing on him. That's super cool. I like the attention to detail with Ronan. I love how they did his goatee on here is so cool. I just like how that turned out. That looks really cool. And I like how they really did attention to detail, like for skin tone on these. So O'Neill's much paler, Ronan is much darker, Apophis is much darker. They look just like the actors as far as like skin tone. That's kind of cool. I just love the little tactical vest and his uniform on O'Neill. Obviously one of everybody's favorite characters. Ronan, so cool. Yeah, so would I recommend these? Absolutely. As long as you can combine them with something else. If you want more of the Stargate sets and you live in the US, definitely combine them with some of the other sets to offset the shipping cost. But yeah, they are super, super cool. And I can't wait until they do more of these. I'm hoping they give us the rest of SG-1 and the rest of the Stargate Atlantis team. That would be really cool. Do you know what would be cool, Blue Brixx, for villains? We need Todd the Wraith. That would be super awesome. Got to have Todd with Shepard. That's like one of my favorite things. We gotta have that. I have a rabbit named Shepard, and I have a rabbit named McKay. So can you tell what my favorite Stargate show was? Who else would make a good villain? Ball. We definitely need Ball. You know what would be really cool is Ball, and then have a little mini-me Ball, like to represent a Ball clone with him. That would be funny. Who else was a super good villain? I guess a Wraith Queen would be cool. And aside from hero teams and villains, you got to do an Asgard. We got to have an Asgard in here. That would be super cool. Maybe a Brick Buddy sized Stargate. that would be cool too. All right, guys. So it's definitely an A for me for these Brick Buddy figures. They are super awesome. Stay tuned. We're going to be reviewing the rest of the Stargate sets from Blue Brixx. Once again, my name is Jay. This is 7-Star Bricks. Go ahead, give us a like and subscribe. If you don't mind, leave a comment down below. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, it helps the channel out, engaging with the community. And I try to answer all of your questions, although sometimes I can't because it's just time dependent. It's just me doing this. So there we go. This is the end of the video. You have reached the end. Click here. Is this the right way? Should be, right? I think so. Click here for more videos. Click here to subscribe. Go down below for links in the video description.